Hi, I have had this jar laying around my house in various places for years, and I've always wanted to make something with it, some sort of miniature. So let's get this cleaned up and start seeing what we can create. Okay, I want to make the base. I put some stones in the bottom to try to level it out. I don't think I'm going to use those. I don't really like them. The first thing I wanted to make was a stick fence to go around the outside. Just some sticks from my yard that I glued onto a strip of cardboard with some moss to help hide that green styrofoam that's going to be the base for the platform. And here it is, all tied together, tied and glued with some moss along the base, and I gotta squash it inside that jar. There's some stones that I made out of egg cartons. Okay, here it is, pushed in there. Got some different stones in the bottom. Those are from for a fish tank. So yeah, I thought those looked a lot better than those glass bead things. I got some moss. I have to decorate these the fence with some things. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'm not 100% happy with the green grass there, AstroTurf. We'll work on that. Okay. Got to white is not a good thing on there. So I am going to get some black paint, and we're going to cover that up with some black paint. Whether or not it's going to show later, I don't know. So best to cover it up with some black, and if it does happen to show through, it's not really going to be visible anyway. And while I was doing this, I was thinking, maybe I could do like a tree root kind of thing. Not really sure what I'm going to do at this point, but we'll make some viney looking tree rooty things, I think, while I do this. So just black acrylic paint, nothing fancy. Get all these white patches covered up. Can't have any white going on in here. This is Whimsi-Goth. Little trails with the black, some sort of rooty thing. And the rocks, I think, came out pretty good at the bottom there. Blended right in and hid that hideously ugly green foam I've had for years. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think that'll work just fine. Here's a view from the top of the jar. The fence goes all the way around there. And got all the white covered up. Got some weird looking tree rooty vein things or whatever they are. I have no idea. Might end up not even seeing them in the end. Who knows? These are some plants I bought at the pet store. They were small. They're for a fish tank. And I thought they were just really surreal looking, especially that orange one. So I might use some of them. Probably won't have room for all of them. But yeah, they're just, like I said, aquarium plants. So, and cheap, like $5. But they're cool. Let's see, I'm going to put this one. It's going to go in here. I'm going to paint the bottoms black so they blend in better. But something like that. I doubt I'm going to have room for all of them in here. But I do want to get a few just to give it some foliage. I really hope I can find room for this orange one because it's cool. We'll figure it out. And here I got some rocks, real rocks, that I'm just going to glue in to help hide that edge we got going on, because it's just not, we can't have a perfect straight edge because that's not nature. This rock did not want to behave, didn't want to go where I wanted it to go, so in the end I just left it there and let it be where it wanted to be. And this next rock, it didn't want to have anything to do with this jar. It just wasn't working, no matter what I do with it. No, never mind. Okay, here's one of those plants. It was much too green as it was. It's so bright and fake and shiny. So I just took some black paint and kind of dry brushed it to darken it up. Tone it down a little bit, and I'm going to put it in the jar up to the fence here. Got some glue in there. That's, I'll get it jammed in there. It's going to be something like this up against the fence more, but that'll look cool. And here's these plants again with the bottoms painted black. I'll figure it out. They're just too neat not to. If I don't fit them into this one, I'll get them in somewhere. I got the one in, and I should have done the black with this one too, but at this point, it's too late. It's already glued in there. Once it's in there, it's got to stay in there. And these are some other little trinkets. I'm going to try to put these around the edge of the fence. Little things that the fairy who will inhabit this jar has collected. A little axe, a little cleaver, a little pentacle, dream catcher, some little eyeballs from some sort of creatures, who knows. And here is a little jar of eyeballs that she has collected from who knows what. Kind of some green slimy stuff going on in there. Yeah. And then this one is just moss stuffed into a little bottle, and some of the moss is trying to escape, I think. Another empty jar I'll put stuff in. This was initially going to be a fireplace, but I don't think I'm going to have room for it in there. And this tea set is so cute. I want to have a table and put this tea set on the table for the fairy, but again, I don't know if it's going to fit. The shell is questionable. I probably won't include that, but we'll see. This skull, crystal skull, has definitely got to go in. I mean, what is Gothic scene without a skull? It's got to go in somewhere. And again, with these funky plants that I love so much, this orange, I'm just fascinated by this orange one. And these are moss minion. I'm going to make a little bit more of that I'll show you in another video. And then back to the keys and the bats and all that stuff. This is the jar as it is now. I've added a little bit to the fence posts, as we will see. Here's a Buddha head. She's jammed on there. We got some rocks going around the edge, kind of so it's not so uniform. Get it a little bit more natural looking. And there's the plant that I managed to get in there. We're going to hang all those little trinkets on this fence. Little owl. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. I'm just happy to be finally making something of this jar. So, yeah, that's what we have so far. And I think next I'm going to work on some more of those little moss minions, show you how I made those. And who knows, maybe after that I'll show you the little fairy that's going in there. So y'all have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for watching.